going on. So I've been posting a fair bit on my YouTube recently, especially on the shorts. You guys are loving the shorts, which is good. Also the long form content, which I absolutely love doing, by the way. I think I've mentioned this a few times. YouTube's my least followed platform, but it's my favorite. Not just posting, but you guys watching the content and supporting the content. So I thought what I'd do, because I think I've only now just got this feature. I think I could have gone live before, but horizontally, sorry. But now I think this feature, because the channel is growing a bit more, I can jump on here and do lives like this. So what I might start doing, guys, I mean, let me know in the comments if this is something that you guys want to see more of. You can do cardio with me like this, whether it's just sort of watching from your sofa just to get up for going to training, or whether it's doing cardio at the same time. And talk to me. Yes, Sam. Sam Reacts. How we doing, bro? How do I say hi? Can't put it back. But I want to answer questions to you guys live that you may have for me. So obviously, like I just mentioned there, my least followed platform is YouTube, but it's my favorite followed platform, and I want to grow this platform more than my other platforms. TikTok's at around 150K, Instagram's around 250K, but like I say, I prefer posting on YouTube. So I thought, let's do a live, and let's keep doing these lives and see if we can grow the subscribers, and maybe I'll start doing lives a hell of a lot more, because I love talking live and I love answering questions that you guys may have. And like I just mentioned there, I've been doing morning cardio a lot more frequently recently due to the fact that I've built this gym in my garden, which I'll show you guys around in a video on shorts. But you guys have been asking some questions in the comment section. Why do I do cardio? I don't do it every morning, by the way, but it's something that I probably should do every morning. And the reason I do it is because the way it makes me feel. And that's a lot of the time with most of the stuff I do in my day-to-day life. I don't necessarily enjoy doing stuff, but I really enjoy the way these things make me feel. For instance, no one really wants to get out of bed and jump in a 7-degree ice bath, do they? No one. Even me. Even though I do it most days, I don't actually want to get out of a warm bed and do that thing. However, I always think in my head how it makes me feel the second I step out of the ice bath. I feel incredible the second I step out of the ice bath, and that's exactly why I do the ice baths. Yes, of course, it helps with plenty of other benefits as well, such as recovery. And as you guys know, if you've been following me for a little while, I do train a lot. I love training, and I wouldn't necessarily say I overtrain, because I do a hell of a lot of recovery, and my nutrition is on point. I drink a hell of a lot of water, and I get a very good amount of sleep. I do so much in my day in order to recover well, so I can perform well in the gym, but probably do a hell of a lot to my joints, etc., when I'm training heavy or just doing a hell of a lot of reps. So doing the ice baths, the recovery is king for me. It really, really is. And I remember about 3 years ago when I first started, 3 or 4 years ago, I think I can't remember the dates I started or year I started now, I was getting some joint pain in my elbows. Not really my knees or anything, but just mainly my elbows from doing heavy presses and stuff like that. What's happening, guys? Joining the chat. And I jumped in these ice baths, and the next day completely went. And I thought to myself, if I'm going to be doing weight training like I have done for 15 years now, 16, 17 years even, because I started when I was 15, I'm now 33, I need to start upping my recovery game. And that's exactly what I did. You don't have to get an ice bath like mine, by the way. Mine's a very expensive ice bath. I did get mine gifted, which I'm very privileged about and super happy. You don't have to get the really expensive one. They do another one, which is a lot cheaper. Just as good, because I've got that exact one at my dad's house. When I go there, I can still keep up the ice baths. It's more of an inflatable one, lay down one with a chiller on the side. And I actually really like that one as well. But guys, what it does, not just for recovery, mental clarity as well. And now I've got my Whoop, guys, by the way. I don't know if you guys have heard of Whoop or you're using a Whoop right now. I'll tell you what, I don't know if I can put it, when I post this live, I'll put it in the comments below. I've got a link for you guys to get a free month. So you can literally use the link, go and get one free month, by the way. And if you don't like it, you can just send it back, which is a really good idea because people don't know if they're going to like seeing all the data initially. And what you don't want to do is sign up for a year and then not like seeing all the data. However, I love the data. I love the sleep data it gives me. I love the VO2 max data it gives me. You can even track your ice baths on here. It actually picks up when you're training as well. So if I go for a training session, I forget to start my training on here, it doesn't matter. Because after 5 minutes in, it'll pick it up saying weight training detected. It knows what you're doing. I've got a putting green in my garden, guys. You guys will know that if you've seen my shorts. And I'll do some chips. Did some chips yesterday, and it started saying golf detected. It's so good. So I'll put the link for this in the comments once I post this live, and you guys can get a free month from me. What I was saying, yeah, you can track your ice baths on it, and I loved seeing how high my heart rate starts at, because getting in an ice bath, you get a little bit nervous, guys. My heart rate goes up to like 110, 120, which is crazy just for getting in the ice bath. And then when I'm in there, I can actually bring it below sort of 55 quite easily. Getting it below 50 is difficult, but that's what I'm trying to work on. And that's why I love it, because I really zone out. I forget about everything that's going on in the world, in my life, and I'm focusing on my breathing, and I'm focusing on getting my heart rate down. And over time, these things are going to pay huge dividends in my recovery, my performance in the gym, and overall being healthier. Now, I know I take things to the extreme sometimes, but I think it's so important the older we get to really start tracking this. With the Whoop, I love it because it makes me want to go to bed early. It makes me want to get my 100% sleep. It makes me want to get over 80, 90% recovery every day. So I do these things consciously now to try and help get my Whoop score as good as I can. And it's really helping me right now stay on track with certain things. And like I just mentioned just a few minutes ago, sometimes you don't want to do these things, but having a Whoop and tracking it and seeing the data, it's going to make you want to do these things even more, because you're going to want to better yourself. So click the link in the comments when I've posted it, guys. Get yourself a free month and let me know how you get on. And what I might do as well, or let me know if you're interested in this, we could set up a Whoop group. We can set up like a Whoop Discord group or even a Whoop WhatsApp group, and we can all talk about our Whoops and how we're getting on, etc. What else was I going to talk about? Had a conversation this morning with a client of mine saying he's hitting 10, 15,000 steps every single day, but I've told him to do cardio on top. And he said, isn't steps cardio? And it's really not, guys. I love the fact that he's hitting 15,000 steps a day, because that's a great number. 10,000 is a good number. 12,000 is even better. 15,000 is a great number. It really, really is. He lives in London. It's super easy for him to hit those steps, walking from coffee shops or meetings or whatever he's got to do. But you're not walking in big stints like I am now. I'm out of breath talking to you guys because I'm doing 5 speed, 2 incline, and I've done 32 minutes. He will not get out of breath walking from one coffee shop to the next coffee shop to the next meeting to upstairs, etc. So you're not really burning calories. They're what I call active calories. This is what I call cardio. Do you know what I mean? Like, I keep them separate. And I wouldn't mind if his steps dropped to 12,000 on average per day across the course of the week, but he was doing 4 cardio sessions per week at 45 to an hour long. You're going to get better at everything, right? I always think cardio is better in the morning, fasted. All I've done today is had my Ghost Greens and my creatine, and I had a black coffee, all on an empty stomach. And that's going to really help my digestive system. And that's one thing that I can say to you guys. If you're starting out in the fitness game and you want to better yourself, don't run before you can walk. But if you want a certain level of physique, you're going to have to do something you don't already do. That may be doing more cardio. That may be drinking more water. You know, I drink probably 4 of these a day. What are these? 1.5s? 1.5s, all right? Sometimes I'll drink more of these, like maybe even 5. So you're looking at sort of 6 to 8 liters of water a day. Sometimes that is maybe a bit too much. For someone like yourself, for any normal human being, anywhere from sort of 2, I'd say 3 actually. I think 2, or 2 for women, but 3 to 4 is a good number of waters. It's only 2 of these a day. Like 2 of these inside you in a day shouldn't be difficult. Like I've already done all that. Do you know what I mean? And it's only whatever it is. I can't remember the time. It's 8 o'clock. So yeah, upping your cardio, doing your water, drinking more water, and gut health. I'm telling you now, the way that you feel day to day, if you wake up in the morning feeling like shit, it's probably because you had shit food yesterday. If you wake up in the morning feeling good, it's probably because you had a great diet yesterday. I'm telling you now, gut health is super important, especially in this day and age. With the amount of shit and ingredients that they put in people's foods, guys, nowadays, in shops, you know, that you can pick up from, and ready meals and all this sort of stuff, especially takeaways, you're causing your gut bacteria to get worse or be worse. And I'm telling you now, how we feel day to day, if your digestive system is not working, if you haven't been to the toilet for 2 or 3 days and you've got a load of food in there, shit food that's feeding your gut bacteria, you're going to feel like shit. You're not going to be able to sleep well. You're not going to be able to perform well in the gym. Getting your gut bacteria and your digestive system under control is my number 1 top tip on feeling good. Once you chase the feeling, once you get the feeling, you're going to start chasing that feeling. And that's one thing that I say to my clients. If you're coming on board with me, with my fitness app, I'll say to you, right, for the first 2 to 3 weeks, I'll either give you a list of ingredients or I'll do you a full meal plan. Stick to the meal plan, stick to the ingredients that I give you for 3 weeks. It's just 3 weeks. It's really hard. This is going from one extreme to the other, kind of, but it's not that difficult for 3 weeks, and I'm there with you every step of the way. Now, after the end of that 3 weeks, what I will say to you is you're now able to go and do what you want. You can have one takeaway or meal out, whatever you want. And it could either go 1 or 2 ways. Some of the clients will say to me, I'm going to take you up on the offer, and I'm going to go and have a Chinese this Friday with the family. They're going to go and have a Chinese with the family. They're going to wake up the next day, and they're going to feel like shit because their body, their digestive system, their gut is now used to eating better whole foods, good foods, because you've done it for 3 weeks. The minute you put bad food back in your body, like Chinese, especially Chinese, because I think it's one of the worst takeaways you can get in regards to how bad it is for you. You're putting all that oil in the body, all the salt in the body, all the ingredients that they use that your body's not used to digesting, and it's going to jack up your digestive system again. You're going to feel shit for 24 hours. That client will come back to me and say, Kieran, I never want a Chinese ever again. And that's the way that I teach my clients, like sort of mentally, I guess, into knowing how good you feel by eating better food so that you know. Because it's all down to what you know. There's no point in me telling you you're going to feel like that. You need to chase the feeling, you need to feel the feeling, and then you're always going to want that feeling. Don't get me wrong, these clients may have a Chinese every now and again. I mean, I haven't had a Chinese for about 20 years, guys. I can't do it. If I have an Indian, I'll have a very like picked out meal. So I'll have like, I can't remember what I have now, but it's basically just chicken breast, comes with no sauce. I'll get pilau rice, and then I might have a little bit of Ellie's sauce if she orders something different. And that's all I'll have. I don't like all that stuff to make me feel bad. And again, you'll feel better just mentally by choosing something that you didn't, as in like you wanted something else, but you chose something different because you know how much better it's going to make you feel. I'll be glad you've started. Bye. Enjoy. Sorry, guys, I missed comments. Yeah, sorry. And then it can go the other way. So it can go the other way where basically the client will go to me, Kieran, I've stuck to the plan for 3 weeks. I've never felt this good in my life, and it's only been 3 weeks. I don't want to have a takeaway or an off-plan meal. I want to stick to it. And that's another way of teaching my clients how good food makes you feel. Once you get that under control, your digestive system's under control, you know how good food makes you feel, you know how good food makes you perform, also sleep better, everything starts to make sense. And that's the way that you stay motivated, because you know If you fall off track and you eat worse ingredients or more ingredients and your body can't digest them, you're going to feel like shit moving forward. And then if you do it for such a long period of time, it then feels like normal life. Initially, it may feel like you're on a strict regime or whatever. I never feel like I'm on a strict regime, even though I get up nice and early, do my cardio, I drink enough water, I do my ghost greens, I drink creatine, I eat good food. I don't feel restricted. I feel like I'm just trying to prolong my life, live a good life. And what will happen after that, if you do that for a long period of time? Your body rewards you. Your body rewards you. You know, I know that if I get on this treadmill for an hour in the morning, I'm going to feel better throughout the entire day. I don't do it every day, but there's reasons I don't do it every day. On the days that I don't do it, I'm going to the gym. I've got heavy lifts that day, whether it's squats, deadlifts, or whatever. So I'm being very strategic with my cardio. I don't want to do burnout. I did legs yesterday. They ate like hell today. I'm doing a nice slow walk, slight incline, just to flush through any sort of lactic acid that's going to build up and cause me to have cramp. But guys, let me know what you think of these lives. I love coming on here and talking to you guys. I might start doing sort of 10, 20, 15 20 minute lives every morning that I do the cardio, chat to you guys, and we'll start doing it as during the live this time. Sometimes it'll be a lot sooner. I like to do my cardio early in the morning. So I don't know if you guys are up at 5:30 in the morning, but if I'm up at 5:30 in the morning in the UK, I might start seeing what the audience is like, because you might be abroad, so it might actually work better, etc., etc. But we'll see. Great advice, mate. Makes absolute sense. Cheers, Dougie, my guy. Guys, honestly, I appreciate you guys jumping on the live and doing the comments. I really want to grow YouTube this year. It's my favorite channel and platform to make content. I think the audience on here are much better than Instagram and TikTok for sure. And I appreciate all you guys' support, especially with my code usages, guys. You guys know I'm sponsored by Alfleet and I'm sponsored by Ghost. And you guys that continue to use my code and continue to support me, I tell you now, guys, it means the absolute world to me, because I see myself as just a guy who grew up in a little village in Suffolk, you know, striving to want to be like someone like Christian Guzman, watching his YouTube as a kid, and all these people that were doing massive on YouTube. The fact that I'm good friends with Christian Guzman now, I've been with the company for 5 years. I've now been given a role within the company to help design our fleet clothing. None of this would be possible without you guys using my code. So I really appreciate it, and it doesn't go unnoticed. That's why I do giveaways every single month when there's a launch, to help you guys, or to give back to you guys that continue to support me. It means the absolute world. My code for both those companies is just called Kieran. So if you ever want to use those, please do. Capitals KIERAN. If you do use my code, please let me know in the comments below or anywhere on my social media. Send me a screenshot of your orders, because I always enter you into the draw for the giveaways, guys. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you enjoy these, because I'm definitely going to want to do more if you guys are up for it. Let's give you a quick ab check. Live and direct. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. I've just come back off a all-inclusive holiday, eating a lot of food. So that's why we're doing the cardio pretty much every single day, just to get back into the rhythm, get to back in the swing of things. I didn't train whilst I was on holiday because I hurt my back I hurt my back 2 days before I went. So I couldn't train until like 4 or 5 days into the holiday. So I ended up just doing 2 runs, one 10K, one 8K, a lot of stretching. And actually, I think my body needed it. And I actually believe in certain things happen for a reason. My back went a couple of days before holiday because my body is telling me it needs a rest. If I hadn't hurt my back, I probably would have still done a lot of training on holiday. So I laid there in the sun 5-6 hours a day, got a great tan, body had a great rest, and I feel great. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more lives. Thank you so much for supporting. I appreciate you all. Peace. Now we end the live, guys. That's the next task. The next task is ending the live. Is it the cross? Let's have a look. Yes.